Hey gang, back at it again. I was supposed to be done, but this short trip turned into a lengthy one. Last one was an hour and 40. One, I was playing Minecraft. The sun was up. Oh, 11:11. I gotta make a wish. Don't be bitter. Okay, I made my wish. I'm pretty sure you can guess what it is. To be honest, playing Minecraft when the sun came up, or the sun was up, not came up, was up, and now it's almost tomorrow, and still no desert. So, and I'm thousands upon thousands upon maybe not that many thousands, but I am very far from my base. Let's take a look. Yeah, -1,000. I'm about 11,000 blocks away, and going further. It will take me almost an hour going back the way I came. I cannot leave without those coordinates. I've come too far now. And speaking of going too far, I'm gonna get a drink and I'm gonna talk to you about Gartha. Cause I think I've been putting that off for a bit too long now. Well, drink some water first. Okay. I'm back. I ate my chicken nuggets. They were good. But it looks like my computer stopped recording and crashed and reopened Minecraft and I almost got distracted again. But I didn't get distracted. And yeah, that would have been a lengthy distraction too. I was just like, alright, this thing's almost over. For certain. And then I look and it's like, huh, no, it just barely got started. Yeah. I'm about to enlighten you about Agartha. Wow. You know what? We really have come too far to turn back now. we gotta find this forest, dude. We're gonna find this forest one way or the other. That's the goal. That's the path. And hold on. I need my notebook handy so I can also write this down because I'm going to be speaking off the cuff. And I don't want to get any contradictions or nothing because it's nothing if not consistent. That's a half joke. Okay. So there's a few things that we need to go over. There's the fall of the angels. There's the birth of the Nephilim. There's the princes and demons of hell. And that would cross into the occult and other not other things, like, you know, just incense and all that shit, astrology type shit. Then after that, there's World War II. There's secret base. And Um, and the secret base at the entrance. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Okay. Well, we'll start with the fall of the angels. So, there's a phrase I want you to remember. As above, so below. Draw a straight line and make it a pitchfork on both sides. You have a positive and a negative, an inverse and an opposite, right? That's just how things work. That's you look all over the place. There's there's a drum and there's a bass. There's water and then there's wine. There's you get the point. I don't know. Well, I do know actually. I'm trying to explain inverses and opposites coexisting. And this is a real key point that we got to remember. It um so as there's one perfect being, one perfect God if you will, then there also must be an evil, or maybe not an evil if it's cuz who really can tell a more than three-dimensional like being good or evil, you know? But, you know, we'll just say positive and negative to simplify it. The the initial one is a positive. It needs the negative. And so as it creates, as it makes more, um they just kind of sort of fall away like hairs sort of, I guess. Maybe they got reason, but they fall and there's they come to Earth and I guess they make they make giants essentially. Almost every single culture on Earth has and oh my god, forgot to say, I almost forgot to say, none of I have zero evidence to back this up. This is all hokey pokeys as far as anything actually legitimate is concerned. This is all hokey pokey. I don't know nothing to this shit. This is just me and my autist brain connecting dots and making patterns. Um yeah. I think my ass is covered. Nephilim. That's what they're called in the Bible. Um, they're giants essentially, and I guess they're usually evil giants. I don't know of many like cultures or anything where the giants are depicted as good or benign, but you know, there's frost giants. The Nephilim actually lived in Canaan, and Joshua would have had the Moses's number one, the AK Mossad agent number one. Moses's boy, Joshua. He went in there and he fought the giants for their shit for their land. Um, I'm blanking on everything. And on top of giants, there's also dragons, right? Those two are like people and dogs. Symbiotic. I at least I think so. Um hold on, I gotta put that one down. I don't know, I'm actually kinda excited talking about this. So okay. Dragons and giants. Maybe they're like humans and dogs, maybe the is that am I lucky? Is it just a sand island? Lucky. Stop at that ship. Yeah. Reached one. God, this is depressing! Yeah. Okay, let me take another drink. Okay. Alright. This is terrible. It's awful. Those... I need my tinfoil hat because I keep losing my train of thought. You know about the orcs in Warhammer? 40k? I like them a lot. They're stupid. They're stupid as shit. Dumber than bricks. But once they believe in something, they believe in their technology. Once they start believing in it, it begins to work. And they're... I don't know the lore too well. I just know that they're a pretty powerful, prominent faction. And their technology just completely runs on belief, and that's... I don't know. I think that's very inspiring. Yes. Moss. This will be good. And we'll also take the TNT. Gunpowder too. Remember when you just needed a bucket to travel underwater? Like, for a long period of time. Now it's like, it has this breath recharge thing. Yeah. I like those. Use them. Now you gotta travel with doors. Okay. Still going north. Okay. We have to cruise at about 200. So, yeah. As above, so below. And, yeah. You got giants and dragons in your mind? And, I guess think of them like woolly mammoths or something. Long gone. But don't think of them like we'll ever find one. Because we probably won't. Not in our lifetime, anyway. But there is a few other things that I want you to think about. The Earth is a globe. And it's spherical. And it has a molten hot core. Right? And so it's going through and it's cracking up the surface. Up to the surface. The furthest we've ever drilled down into the Earth is 7 miles. The Earth, 7 miles is nothing compared to the sheer size of the Earth. We do not know what's underground completely. Like if you're skewering the Earth, you would have no clue what you're running through. Space is cold. And so what happens when something really hot meets something really cold. With water. Because water also formed on Earth. It's like a lava rock. That's the point. Earth is like a lava rock. One big lava rock. And it's all... We'll say just for the sake of saying, the only reason it's not flowing inside of the Earth is because I don't know, all the water is just like already full, or the tubes are all blocked up or something. I don't know. Haven't figured that part out yet. Like I said, this is all hokey pokey, all baloney. Not baloney. I don't think it's baloney. I think it's bananas. It's definitely bananas, but not baloney. Yeah. 7 miles is the deepest we've gone. Editor V, don't make a liar out of me. All right? Throw on a picture of a pyramid. The pyramid, the one in Antarctica. Because we'll get to Antarctica in a second. But throw on the picture of that pyramid that they keep saying is a mountain. I'm calling it Mount Pyramid. Okay. Now, keep that in mind too. All of these are going to come back together in one way or another. Usually. Probably. Hey, why is there a red dot on my forehead? Okay. Besides the point. We're at 200? Yeah, we're getting a little high. Sending too fast. It's like a mouse moving game. I can't find the point to just leave it still and I'll go in a straight line. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about Antarctica before we talk about the fucking Nazis. They disgust me even thinking about them. Like, I feel dirty, just... Ew. Okay. Antarctica is a really unique place. It's a frozen desert, the only one on Earth. It was once a lush forest, and it's the one thing every government on Earth can agree on. We go there for science. That's the thing we're spouting right now. Hold on, I gotta write that one down. And that's what they tell the public anyway. Then, Antarctica's had some pretty weird phenomena. Did you know that the Nazis tried to build an Antarctic base over there? It's not that far from Argentina. I'll let that linger there. There's more to this. Hold on. I'm trying to keep going. My brain is blanking. They do not want me to get this out. I'm sure you all saw the Wendigoon video, like the conspiracy iceberg video. Of course, when he talked about Agartha and all that junk. You can throw all that shit here if you want, but you know there's layers to this shit. There's layers, and I bring that up because there was this American pilot. He supposedly found Agartha. That's the long version. That's the long and short of it. And met the giants who live inside of Antarctica. That was the place they were driven to. As Joshua drove the... Drove should be a word. As Joshua drove the giants from Canaan, they were ultimately all drove to Antarctica. a desert. Nothing they can use to hurt anyone. And it was cold. Where's warm, but they just followed we'll call it a lava tube for fuck's sake, to get closer to the core, heating them up, warming them up. They're living in there with the dragons, if there are any dragons left. Because, to be fair, we could have killed them all. I would not be surprised. But, yeah. I do feel a little silly talking about this. It's, I don't know. It really does just sound kind of stupid, far-fetched. Which would be crazy if any of it was true. Like, that would be so nuts. Princess of Hell. Well, of course there's Satan, the adversary. There's Lucifer Morningstar. I'm not talking about the DC character, by the way. At least I don't. I'd assume his last name is Morningstar, seeing that he was the Morning Star at a point, and he's that inverse to the one above. That one we were talking about way back when. There's Beelzebub. There's Moloch. And Baal. I know there's more. Paimon. If I'm not mistaken, there's 9, but I have 6 right here. But, I'm pretty sure there's 9. I'm gonna put inverse under Lucifer. I'm gonna put the Lord of Flies over Beelzebub. Moloch is the god of child sacrifice, or not god, demon of child sacrifice. If we're looking at this above and below thing, there would ultimately be one that is the whole above and below. You remember that pitchfork thing I made you draw earlier? If you actually drew it? That god, that one, would be the whole thing. But, that's neither here nor there. So when I'm talking about... there's, like I said, there's layers to this shit. If I'm saying Moloch is the god of child sacrifice, then he's not necessarily the god of child sacrifice. He's because he's a demon. He's a prince of hell. And Baal was the golden calf. Want to say Paimon is death and destruction. But off to the side, also remember the name Abraxas. Abraxas. like abracadabra. That's actually where we get the word from. Abraxas, I'd say, is the real inverse to the whole symbol we drew. Abraxas is the god of creation and destruction. So if it's not the positive and if it's not the whole damn thing, it's certainly a part of it. Has that's besides the point. I'll get to what it has and hasn't some other time, maybe later. Okay. We got that. And okay, everyone knows the Nazis are bad. That's something to remember. Alright? Just, even if you take nothing away from the Agartha video, take that away. And, so we know that. And so, anti-Nazis, that's good. And that'll be our baseline of 2 plus 2. That it should equal 4 to us. Right? Won't equal 5, won't cause no trouble that way. It's a little more complicated than this, I know, but we'll have to put them into 2 camps. If it's furthering the Nazi agenda or if it's furthering the anti-Nazi agenda. And yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Do you know what lives in Antarctica? Like right now? Because I'm gonna be straight up and just say it. The entrance is in this pyramid thing I was talking about earlier. It looks like a pyramid. Pyramids are built by humans or, you know, intelligent things. There's some pyramids in Bosnia, not pyramids, mountains in Bosnia that they're very well edged. We'll say that. They kind of like pyramids, but they're mountains. And that's the go-to defense for the pyramid deniers. But you and I, we know the truth now. We know the truth. Ooh. Okay. Okay, starting from Antarctica. We got agreeing governments. We got things under the ice. That's what I was trying to get at. That's the thought that kept eluding me. We got the pyramid. And what they could possibly mean. I guess there's no dancing around the bush. Think that the pyramids are marking entrances nearby. Jesus spent his first few years in Egypt. Egypt has pyramids. That's Jesus, Agartha. Agartha, Jesus. I don't know, man. I'm trying. I'm doing the best I can here. We are not finding this thing. Let's head back home. That's the executive decision. I want to go back home. I want to try this through the nether. negative 1032. Okay. Yeah. We're just going to keep going this way. Going to keep going this way. Maybe I can change my... Oh, already have it at max. It is easier to fly a ghast with your FOV at max. Then playing with it at max, it's easier too. From things under the ice, we can go to life under the ice. And from life under the ice, we can also attach things being preserved to nice. And the government's agreeing. That's always a weird thing. That's that'd be a point to the Nazis. And yeah. So what they're agreeing on, if I'm not mistaken, I don't have my phone, so I can't look this up to check right now. But if I'm not mistaken, we, even though Antarctica can solve pretty much all of our oil needs and shit, we will not mine there because we need to study it. And I don't know, I just think it's really weird that we all just agree on Antarctica just being like off limits, you know? Unless you have a research base down there, unless you're... Ooh, you almost got it. 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 Hey gang, I'm back. Yeah, I had to, Tim came home a little earlier than I thought. Thought he was going to be at least another 2 hours, but no. Um, I'm, I'm gonna keep recording until I get home. Hold on, just gotta take this out first and... Wow, I barely moved. Okay. Well, you don't need to see the trip. Yeah. Preserved in ice. In the ice. Government's agreeing is bad. If I had my phone, I could definitely read the thing I already said about Agartha. But right now, we'll just leave this one as it is, as a intro to Agartha, so to say.